Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Welcome back to MFA. This is going to be a pregnancy-safe lower body circuit. We're going to do some strength training. So I'll have you grab a set of dumbbells. I'm working with 8 pounds. If you are used to lifting heavier, maybe you can still lift that same weight. Otherwise, maybe grab something a little bit less heavy for this class. So this is going to be a circuit. We're going to move through each exercise 3 times. So we're gonna just start with a little warm up. Go ahead and bring your arms up overhead, and we're gonna start with just some high knees. So just a little bit of some low impact cardio and movements here to warm up the body. And right away, I want you to just check in with your energy levels. See how you're feeling today. Notice what your body is telling you. Your body's always talking to you and will tell you what it needs. So it's always good to just check in and just modify for how you are feeling. Good, let's finish off. Beautiful. Coming back onto the mat, we're gonna do some rotations here to kind of warm up the side body. So go ahead and reach your right arm overhead. Now you want your heel to rotate with you. Hips are gonna move with any rotations that you do through pregnancy. And just feel that nice stretch from side to side. Inhale. As you lengthen, we want to start to feel that fascia connection through the body. And let's get one more on each side. Good. Breath is going to be really important through class. So I'll be cueing lots of breath. We're going to take some big squats, toes out. So you're going to turn the hips out. We're going to just take a nice squat into our plie and then reach all the way up. So arms are going to go down and then we're going to reach all the way up. Good, and again, we're just gonna warm up the legs a little bit here. Good, so lowering and lifting, stretching nice and tall. All of the movement, we wanna feel a lengthening sensation. We're gonna add some heels. Let's go ahead and take this squat nice and low, hands to hips, pop up one heel. Give me a couple pulses there. So really press high onto the toes, warm up those ankles, and go ahead and switch sides. Pulsing out, right away getting a little bit of a burn. Let's see if we can lift both heels and pulse for 3 and 2 and 1. Good, stand tall. You might notice your balance is off, so I'm gonna talk to you about adjusting your stance through these exercises. Go ahead and pick up your weights. We're gonna start with just a deep squat. So weights are gonna be racked at the shoulders. For your deep squat, everyone's body's gonna feel a little bit different here. So you might need to modify how far apart your feet are. So go ahead and get your first one a try. Notice if you have space for the belly. So we're gonna inhale on our way down. Exhale as you stand and lift. Inhale as you lower. Get that nice deep squat. Exhale as you lift. So in our squats during pregnancy, we do wanna maintain a little bit of an arch in the back. That's gonna keep the chest lifted and open. So we don't want to be squeezing and kind of rounding that low back. All right, so the back is open, spine is long. We're taking those deep squats. Exhale as you stand up. Good, so now we're gonna get into some reverse lunges. It's important in our lunges to shorten our stance a little bit during pregnancy because balance can be a little bit off. So go ahead and take your feet wider than hip width distance. We're gonna step back either foot. We're gonna stay on the same leg. You're gonna take a reverse lunge, step forward. So notice right away if you need to shorten out your stance. And we're just gonna take these reverse lunges 30 seconds before we move to the other side. So weights are just here for a little extra strength. Again, we're focusing on lower body. You have the energy to add more with the arms. You absolutely can, but it's important to maintain the strength in our lower body all through pregnancy. So these exercises are safe to do, especially in the first and the second trimester. Might focus a little more on some release in the third. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, test out your stance. Maybe widen it a little bit to create a little bit more balance for yourself. Take your squat and then start to get into those reverse lunges. Inhale, lowering down, exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lowering, exhale, lifting up, chest is staying lifted. Shoulders are pulled back. Stepping back and to the top. Beautiful. And keep moving. All right, establish the breath on every lunge. And we're not focusing on how many reps we necessarily get in here. I want you to focus on the quality of your movement, making sure you can breathe. Good, let's finish off strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're gonna take some sumo deadlifts. So we're gonna get that nice wide stance again. Weights are gonna be into the center of the body. Long spine, you're gonna soften the knees, hinge at the hips, bend forward, and then draw everything up to the midline, stand up tall. Inhale as you lower down, release the belly. Exhale, lifting up, standing tall. Inhale, lowering, push the booty back. Exhale, stand up tall. So maintain the length in your spine. Gaze out in front of you. Just focus on that movement for the glutes. Exhale as you lift. Good, no gripping, no clenching at the top. Just feel that length lifting up through the crown of your head. Exhale, lift it up. So we're gonna start back at the top. In 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and re-rack your weights. We're coming back to those deep squats. Weights are at the shoulders. Inhale, lowering down. Get that deep squat. Exhale as you rise and lift. Inhale, connect. Find that deep squat. Exhale, squeeze, lift at the top. So maybe you can pause at the bottom and then use your strength. Drive through the heels as you stand up tall. Good, inhale. Exhale, stay connected. Beautiful, keep moving through this. So as we know, keeping our strength in our low back and our entire back is really important, especially if you're feeling any discomfort throughout your pregnancy. Good. 10 seconds, we're coming back to those reverse lunges. Use your breath. Good, slow it down if at any point your body's telling you you need to take a break. Remember, be extra gentle with yourself, grab water, take breaks as you need. Let's get into those reverse lunges. Again, I always like to establish the first one just to make sure I'm not gonna fall. Set your balance up, and then start with those reverse lunges. Stepping back, trying to find that 90-90, step forward. Weights are down. You can always drop your weights for this. Exhale as you rise. So you're driving through that standing leg as you lift to the top. Simple and effective exercises, but not overcomplicating things. You have a lot going on in the body, so be kind. Exhale, lift. Good, 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch out to the other side. And 1. Good, let's switch it up. Now I'm right leg's forward, left leg is going back. Just make sure you're doing both sides. And lift. Good, keep going. I like to do movements that are kind of like functional training, things that we'll be doing in our everyday. So imagine how much you might be needing to bend over, to pick up the baby. We want to make sure we're prepared also during our postpartum journey, nice and strong. Beautiful. 20 more seconds. Stay with it. Use your breath. Stay connected. Sometimes that balance work can get a little tricky as the weight of our belly gets a little bit more pulled forward, so feel free to use support if you need. Finish off. All right, let's get into our sumo deadlifts. So again, we're gonna stick the booty out, hinge at your hips, lean all the way forward. Exhale, stand up, drive through the top. This can be a little bit of your breath release. Catch your breath, but just focus on that slow, mindful movement. Reconnecting, beautiful job. Exhale, lifting up. Good, stick the booty out, hinge. Exhale, lifting up. We have one more round through that circuit. You can do it. Let's go. 10 seconds left right here. Good. Last one. This is great for our posture. Nice and tall with the spine. Good. Let's get back. All right. Deep squat. One more minute here. Weight is at the shoulders. Let's go. Inhale. Lower. Feel that release at the bottom. Exhale. Stand up. Drive to the top. Inhale. Lower. Exhale. Lift it up. So again, that little tilt in the pelvis is okay. Chest is broad. Make extra space for the belly, depending on how far along you are through your journey. A lot of that weight tends to get forward, so we want to stay lifted. Posture is really important here. Good. Stay with me. Beautiful work. And breathe. Remember, establishing that breath. If at any time you start to not feel well, take a break, grab water. Good, last one, let's go. Yes. All right, let's get into our reverse lunges. I always like to talk about how to know if we are pushing ourselves too hard, right? So how intense should our exercises be? If you're having trouble talking, probably means it's a little bit too much for your body right now. Every day is different though. So just listen to what your body's telling you. Good. Keep those reverse lunges. We want a little bit of a lean forward here on those reverse lunges. Use your breath. Exhale to rise. Let's go. Let's finish off with a pulse here. Take your back leg back, find that 90-90. We have 10 seconds pulsing it out. Good, tiny lifts, tiny lowers. Doesn't need to be a big movement. Finish it off. I hope you're burning like I am. For 2, for 1. Woo! Switch legs, my legs are on fire. Let's go. Breathe. Good, using that extra weight, strength training, right? We can keep it going throughout our pregnancy. Stay breathing 30 seconds. Then we're finishing off and we'll cool down. Let's go. Stay strong. Yes. Woo. And breathe. All right, let's finish off with that pulse. Go ahead and set yourself up. Take your back leg into that lunge, 90-90. Let's pulse for 10. Good, tiny lifts, tiny lowers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step to the top. Last exercise. We have those deadlifts. Hinge at your hips. Bend the knees. Exhale as you stand up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Catch your breath. Feel that lengthening at the top. Beautiful. This exercise is great to do at any point in your pregnancy, maybe once a week. You can always come back to it. 3 simple exercises that will work on not only our legs, our glutes, but also working our deep core. So that is why that breath is so important. Good, 10 seconds to go. Last few, and then we're gonna stretch it out. Last one. All right, we are done with our weights. Go ahead and set them down. Meet me at the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, take a forward fold. Maybe walk your feet a little bit wider. Make some space for your hips here. We're gonna turn the toes out, heels in. We're gonna get into a big yogi squat. So knees are wide, heels are in. Maybe you can bring hands to the heart. And then think of drawing your chest forward, thumbs into the sternum. Whew. Take a breath. Lower your hands, inhale, stretch out the back of the legs. Take a forward fold, and then come all the way back down into that big, big yogi squat. Let's do that again. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower, let the belly release, let the pelvic floor release. One more just like that. Lift up, lower down. Draw the chest forward. Good, come back to that forward fold. Go ahead and walk yourself out into a downward facing dog. Relax through the heels, the back of the legs. Take an inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. Go ahead and bend your knee, stack your hip. Take some circles for your hip there. We're gonna set up for pigeon pose. So shift forward, draw your right knee behind your right wrist, and then walk your left leg all the way out long. Good, so take a moment to settle in here. Notice where you might need some extra support or modifications for your body. Back leg is extended. Maybe fingers come out in front of you, and we wanna just kind of open up the right hip. Take a couple breaths. If it's in your ability to come down to forearms, depending on how big your belly is, you can come all the way down if that's comfortable. Otherwise, staying active through the breath, but starting to release into the legs and the glutes. Good, one more breath right there. All right, ease your way out nice and slowly. Maybe come through a tabletop, and then meet me back in downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Lift up your left leg, bend your knee, and take your big circles. And then go ahead and draw left knee forward. Slide your right leg back. Once again, just set yourself up here. Arms out in front of you. Chest is lifted, and now we're peeling that left leg and left hip open. Starting to slow down the breath. Every exhale as we slow down is really important to extend the length of that exhale. Maybe you find those forearms if that felt good. Otherwise, just staying there. Good, let's just roll onto our seat from here. Bring both legs out nice and wide. And just sit up nice and tall. Hands behind you. Take a breath in and breathe out. Take a little side body stretch. We're gonna go up and over to one side. Go ahead and switch it out. All right, come back into a comfortable seat. Shake it out, sit up tall. Let's finish with a few breaths. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Notice how you're feeling. Check back in, tune into your body. Thank yourself for showing up with strength today. Last breath. Again, my name is Alex. Thank you for joining. See you next time.